Look in my eyes and describe what you see.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, hi.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Look in my eyes and describe what you see. I see happiness. I see hope. I see a little hesitancy, but that's mostly what I get.
You hit it on the head. Like, you hit it on the head. I am so I have anxiety, and so I'm a very planner type person. I'm big with like setting a schedule and like making a routine and trying to really stick to it. It
Right.
gives me like this sense of like control, which I know control is not ideal for some, but you know, it gives me like this sense of like, I got this.
You know what? That's amazing because that's what that's the part of a phase of my life that I'm like trying to figure out, you know. Trying to like, you know, I just started a company and you know, I really just reserved the name. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet.
That's still good, right?
Right. You know, I just do that. I will be doing something great with it. I know I'm destined for greatness because no one, like, there's because I kept looking at like, you know, well, find your space, find your niche, find where you fit.
Right.
And looking around, I'm like, I don't fit in any of these fucking rooms.
Right.
Well, that means they'll have to come to mine.
Right.
In 5 words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I can't get it out. Okay, in 5 words, describe how you think strangers perceive me.
Perceive you. I think people perceive you as too loud.
Yeah.
I think strangers perceive you as too confident, too loud, too much. Like, I think you may hear people say you're just too much. Like, you need to calm down.
All the time.
And that, yeah.
All the fucking time.
Yeah, and I think it's so important because I am the total opposite. I am very to myself. Like I said, I have anxiety, so I get afraid a lot to speak my mind. I get like really timid because I'm like, oh, I want to keep the peace. I want to make it. Yeah, let me keep the peace. But that has caused me a lot of internal heartache. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what's so funny?
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? My anxiety makes me do the opposite. My anxiety makes me just blurt it out.
Damn, I wish mine did.
My anxiety was like, I'm like, well, if there's an elephant in the room, somebody might as well fucking say it. And if there's gonna be anybody, let it be me. You know, how does
that make you feel though? Like, how does it make you feel when people say like you're too much? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that they can't handle me.
You
know, okay, so full disclosure, because I believe in that. I was born with a birth defect. It was called amniotic constrictive band syndrome. So it took some fingers and also my left ankle.
Okay.
And then gangrene set in. They had to cut a couple more inches off. Gotcha. So I've already dealt with a certain level of. I had a quiet phase. I had a timid phase. I had a nerd phase. I had a fuck it, let's wild out phase because no one's gonna do shit to me. I'm handicapped. And then I got arrested, and then I realized that was not the truth. Right? So yeah, I'm used to hearing like, you know, you're a lot, you're abrasive, you're, you know, it's people can't handle you, and I'm like, well, then that just means I need to find the people that can.
Right. When it comes to disability, you know, they, of course, you know, mental health issues, mental illnesses are, you know, a part of it. But right. I think there are so many different, because when I walk down the street, no one knows I have a mental illness. But when people with physical disabilities, and I don't even think they're disabilities necessarily, but physical othered, people who are othered, that's what I say, othered. You know what I'm saying? Othered, not necessarily disabled. It's a difference. There is a huge difference, and we treat people in our society totally freaking different who have physical disabilities than we treat people who don't. And I don't like that. And I'm like, I don't know how to jump into that like conversation about being an asshole, but I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I can tell you that there are definitely differences.
Right.
Well, but there's also a lot of perks. For people, okay, so me personally being a below knee amputee,
right?
I know that in the string of amputees, I got it good because I still have both of my knees.
Mm.
That's extremely important. But even as a BK amputee, my leg cost $20,000. Like, you know how many people do not have access to legs? I went from the time I was 18 till I was about 24. I had the same leg.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to be changed that every 5 years. By the time I was done with this thing, Lindsay, I would be at work and my leg would just detach while I was walking.
Oh my God.
But it's like there would be days where my leg would swell up so much I couldn't fit it in my leg. So I would have to kind of like walk with it swollen with my leg attached and just wait until it shrunk down. So there are definite differences.
That's really interesting. And I never thought about it from that perspective. And I mean, so in the mental health / mental illness world, there are people who cannot live on their own. There are people who cannot work because they have, a debilitating disorder. And it could be anything from anxiety to, schizophrenia. Like, our medical system is bullshit.
Oh, God.
Every fucking thing, every fucking piece of medical, anything you can think of, insurance, hospital, daycare, pediatricians, OBGYN, all of it, it's all bullshit. So we all know that. And so I think like you get lumped like mental health, and I'm glad like there's some great work being done.
Yeah.
But for our people, nobody cares. Nobody cares about Black people having mental illnesses. Nobody cares. Like, literally.
I can't imagine how much
money
it is being carried out under these discretionary funds.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, it's a money grab. And you know what? And the problem that I have like what you said, like no one listening to these groups is like, in one way you're letting us know that you don't really give a shit.
Right.
But there's a way to make people give a shit.
There you go.
The fact that you convinced humans that they weren't human and they believed it so much to the point you embedded it in their goddamn DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Traveled centuries through inbreeding, through Christianity, through through all the horrible things. I was talking another white person I had to read in my Uber ride. He was talking to me about he had that get over it mentality. And I said, I was like, let's walk down this road real quick. That's my shot. I like to tell people, let's walk down this road. Let's take a walk. And I was like, I want you to think about something. I was like, do you have children? He's like, yeah. So I got 5. I'm like, okay, so I want you to think about this. Could you imagine what would happen if right after your wife gave birth to your baby, they cut it out of her and threw it to an alligator? Oh, well, that's horrible. It's like, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Babies were cut out of their mother's wombs after their vaginas were cut out while they were being hung in front of people. And they had a goddamn picnic. The amount of trauma that is applied to that. The fact that I truly, truly felt for a moment in my life when there was somebody white around me, I was supposed to hang my head.
Mm-hmm. And
it just happened. And and no one taught it to me. My father never told me no shit like that. My mama never told me no shit like that. But I felt a pressure in my chest. And then when I did my ancestry and saw that my roots go from Western Europe and Western Africa, it's like, well, I know how that started.
Right.
Boop, that was a boat ride. I know what happened in West Africa.
Right. Well, yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm aware. I know. Oh, so it's like, so I have no doubt. You have people being born that know that if they track their lineage back, if they even can.
If they can.
They have to know that your genealogy was interrupted by trauma.
Right.
And by rape.
Right.
Like, call it what it is. Like, Thomas Jefferson did not have an affair with Sally Hemings. He was raping her. Like,
show me something around you right now that would help me better understand your current state of mind. So show me something.
Oh God, perfect. I've got it right here.
She's so perfect.
My garden.
Oh, it's so pretty. So it seems like right now you are at the point of like creating that space. You're in the point of like, even like, it's so funny. We use the term nesting for like when, mothers are going to have babies, but I think we nest a lot. Like, I think we nest in different phases of our life. And so it seems like you're in like that nesting phase. Like, yeah.
Because there is nothing. Because before I did this is probably why I'm going so hard on it, is because I was not in a good place mentally. Like, I'm really still not really in a good place mentally, but the smell of soil, like the smell of the soil, putting your hands in the soil, watching things grow, and understanding that there's all this life around me that needs me. It's helped a lot.
I've been dealing with a lot of like feeling stagnant. So I've been feeling really stagnant, really stuck, really like hard on myself, like low self-esteem, just being really like, oh, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So girl, I was like, I gotta order me a stone. I like ordered candles, stones. I was like, man, I gotta do it. And so now when I meditate, I use my citrine candles. I use my citrine candles, my citrine stones, and my chakra candle, my solar plexus candle. I burn a little sage, a little palo, and I meditate. And I just sit, I lay on the ground and let the stone do all of the healing for me. I mean, it may not work for everybody, but for me, it works for me. And I think that's really important. Like, I think that's important. Fantastic. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, but if it helps you, that's all that matters. Yeah. Like, if you do it and your self-esteem is boosted, who gives a fuck that somebody's saying you're hippie crazy? Like, you feel better. Like,
right. It'd be like when they if they turn their nose up, you might need one too.
You might, right? And so it's been working for me. So like, I'm totally into that. I'm into tarot. Like, I do tarot reading.
Really? Look, we gotta connect after this. We gotta share information.
Right.
But it's truly a health expense.
Right.
I write my shit off on my taxes.
Wow.
It's a health expense.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
I write my shit off. Look, these are the money I spend on oils, because I spend a lot of money on oils and a lot of money on all this shit. And I want what's mine back. I learned to read the tax code like white folks.
When was the last time you felt vulnerable with someone, and what did you learn from it?
It was about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was with my husband. And the lesson I learned was, it wasn't a new lesson that I learned, but it was a reinforced lesson of, you can't make somebody give a fuck more than they give a fuck.
Ooh. You said a word.
That's what I learned. It's like, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how you put it out. It doesn't matter if it's with laughter, if it's with tears, if it's with anger. If somebody don't give a fuck, they don't give a fuck. And there's nothing that, and then I saw this, and like right after it happened, I saw this Instagram post, and I know it's so horrible to reference, Instagram, but it said that you let people do what they want to do so you can see what they'd rather do.
Wow.
And if that doesn't include you, then move on, sis.
I needed to hear that myself. That was good.
What do you think is one thing that we surprisingly have in common?
Let's see. Meeting you also are in that same space of like creating, building, like generating. You're in that servitude space. And servitude to me is not like I'm giving, and I'm not receiving anything. It's that fine balance of give and take. it's the duality. It's that duality of good and bad, heaven and hell, wrong and right. And I think me and you are in that space of where we understand that life is duality. It's about both sides. It's about, you have to serve, and I always think about it as like, if my hand is closed, I can't give money, but I also can't receive any either.
Right.
But we've been through enough stuff to know it's time, our time. Like, it's us. Like, we gotta be a little selfish right now. Like, sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. We both have kids, and we know the struggle of, like, I know for me, like, feeling like if I'm not all 24/7, my son, I'm a bad mom.
Right.
And that's a struggle. That is a struggle. Society will make you feel so bad for taking 5 minutes to just go pee. It's like,
right. And locking the door so they don't come in. Because they don't care if you're peeing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
It's right. And so I think, like, when you're a mom, like, you have this, so you walk around with so much guilt of like, oh, I should be doing more. And I think I'm in this space now. I'm like, girl, you should be doing more to take care of yourself. So my son knows, like, me time. I'm about to do yoga.
I'm out.
If you need me, you better wait. Like, if you want something, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's important. Like, I think it's important for him to learn, like, wow, our mom takes time to do yoga. Like, she takes time to meditate. Like, she takes time to close the door. And sometimes I'll close the door and be like, I just need like 30 minutes. Like, just 30 minutes. Don't bother me, man.
Meditating or masturbating, either way.
Give me 30 minutes. Man. He's like,
right, that's it.
And he's like, okay. We never meet again. What is the one thing you'd want me to take away from meeting us? And that's for both of us. I'll let you go first.
There's so many powerful women. And and anytime I can tell another Black woman, like, that you are powerful.
Thank you.
You are powerful as shit. You are, like, and we know how powerful we are by how much hate we take.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, just the bullshit, all the tear downs, all of that. Like, the only people that get that are the people that are strong enough to take it. And that can take it and grow a flower bed out of it. Like, I will take all your shit and I will use it in my garden. And I will grow the heftiest plants and the most bountiful harvest that you could think of. But I also want to add that I don't want it to be we never meet again. I will add that too.
Yes. So one thing I want you to take away from this meeting is, I think there is power in women. I think when women get together, we create beautiful shit.
Absolutely.
Even thousands of miles away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I want you to take, that away from that. Like, you are powerful as well, and you are on a path to keep generating that power. You're creating that power in your house. You're creating it in your children, in your spouse, with yourself, in your gardening, in your new business. And like, continue that. And don't, in my life, I have let a lot of things stop me. A lot. I'm not gonna cry, but a lot. I have let a lot of stuff in my life really stop a lot of dreams and a lot of purpose and a lot of things that I really wanted to do, because of feeling less than, because of feeling othered, because of feeling not good enough, because of just all of these feelings. And so I just want you to take. I hope I was able to give you just some sense of peace. Like, I hope this conversation you were able to get, like, aha. Like, I hope you had an aha moment, like, okay, yeah, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to walk away from this and be like, she's right. I can do this. I can do this business. I can write that book. I can publish it. I can do this. Like, I know I can do this. And so yeah, it was good. And I don't want us to stop talking.
Right. So it's like,
Hi. I'll connect you both together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey everyone, if you like the conversation that was sparked using our questions, try it out for yourself. We have a relationship card game deck for every relationship in your life. I can't hold them all because we have more than I have hands for. So go to theskindeep.com/shop if you want to check it out, and thanks for watching.